on the bright side, I was grateful to see, Victoria, Wally World, Lou, E-Dub, have a great time. So it was the best of both worlds. I didn't think I looked bad. I feel great. I think for us it was just about precautions, prevention, so to speak, and I felt good to see the other end.
The Connecticut Sun are shaking in their sneakers. Why? Because Caitlin Clark is coming to town. DeWanna Bonner just spilled the beans. The Sun are nervous. But here's the real kicker. It's not just Clark they're worried about. The whole Fever team has got them sweating. What's got a veteran team so scared of the new kids on the block? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Let's talk about what Bonner said. She straight up admitted, "I don't think we can rely on experience though because they are hungry." That's crazy.
We took film from all of the games, even though we played those first 3 in the first 13 games of the season when we were not very good at that point. There's still things that we can take from it and learn from it. We do what we need to do so we have a chance to be successful against a really, really, really good team. Played them a few weeks ago, got the win, took some from that, but we just continue to make it about us.
A veteran player saying they can't count on their experience? You know what that means? The Fever are bringing something special to the table. But here's the thing. There's more to this story than just Caitlin Clark. The Sun are sweating for reasons you might not expect. What could make a team with years of playoff experience so nervous? Imagine this, a rookie sensation, a returning star, and a team with nothing to lose. That's what the Sun are up against. And trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next.
Really work hard as the leader in the locker room to make sure that they don't start thinking, what's going on here. Just trying to make sure I stayed the course. My coaches stayed the course. Knew we had 5 days of practice before we played our first game without Kelsey Mitchell and what they can do in the future for the Fever. It was just going to take time, but nobody really wanted to give us that time early. But you're seeing that now.
You've heard about rookie jitters, but what about veteran nerves? Caitlin Clark's not just stepping onto the court, she's rewriting the playbook. Why is a first-year player making seasoned pros lose sleep? It's simple. Caitlin Clark isn't your average rookie. Let's talk about Clark's journey to this moment. She's not just walking into the WNBA, she's storming in with a trail of broken records behind her. In college, Clark was a scoring machine, an assist wizard, and a rebounding force all rolled into one. She didn't just play the game, she dominated it. And now, she's bringing that same energy to the pros. Sunday at 3 p.m., that's when Clark makes her playoff debut. It's not just another game, it's a statement. The whole basketball world is watching, waiting to see if Clark can bring her college magic to the big leagues. And you know what? The Sun are scared she might do just that. But here's the thing. Clark's impact goes way beyond her personal stats. She's got this ability to elevate everyone around her. It's like she walks onto the court, and suddenly the whole Fever team is playing at a different level. That's what's got the Sun so nervous. They're not just facing a talented rookie, they're up against a player who can transform her entire team. You might be thinking, come on, she's still just a rookie, right? Wrong. Clark's got moves that make veterans do a double take. She's got the confidence of a player who's been in the league for years. And that confidence, it's contagious. The entire Fever squad is feeding off her energy, and that's a dangerous thing for any opponent. Now imagine you're the Sun. You've got years of playoff experience under your belt. You've seen rookies come and go. But then Clark steps onto the court, and suddenly all that experience feels shaky. Because Clark isn't playing by the usual rookie rules. She's not here to learn, she's here to win. That's why Bonner and the rest of the Sun are on edge. They know Clark has the potential to turn this playoff game on its head. She's not just a scoring threat, she's a floor general, a playmaker who can dissect a defense in seconds. And in the high-pressure cooker of the playoffs, that kind of talent can be the difference between winning and going home. Think Clark's the only reason the Sun are shaking in their sneakers? Think again. There's a comeback story brewing in Indiana that's about to turn this playoff series on its head. The Fever aren't just bringing a rookie sensation to the court. They've got a secret weapon that's making the Sun sweat even more. Enter Kelsey Mitchell. She's back, she's healthy, and she's ready to light up the scoreboard. Mitchell's been practicing without a knee brace, and you know what she said? "I feel great." That's not just good news for the Fever. It's bad news for every team in their path. Here's the deal. Mitchell isn't just another player. She's a veteran scorer who knows how to get buckets when it matters most. And now, she's teaming up with Caitlin Clark. Can you imagine trying to defend against that? It's like trying to stop a hurricane with an umbrella, but it gets even crazier. Coach Christy Sides isn't just relying on talent, she's got a game plan. They've been reviewing film from earlier in the season, looking for any edge they can get. Sides even said, "We took film from all of the games. There's still things that we can take from it and learn from it." That's the kind of preparation that wins championships. Now picture this. Clark's got the ball. The defense is all over her because, well, she's Caitlin Clark. But then out of nowhere, Mitchell cuts to the basket. Clark dishes, Mitchell scores. It's a combo that could give any defense nightmares. And that's exactly why the Sun are so nervous. They're not just facing one superstar, they're up against a dynamic duo that could explode at any moment. Clark's got the flashy passes and the deep threes, but Mitchell's got the experience and the clutch gene. Together, they're a powder keg waiting to go off. But here's what's really wild. This isn't just about talent, it's about chemistry. Clark and Mitchell aren't just two great players. They're two great players who make each other better. Clark's vision opens up shots for Mitchell, and Mitchell's scoring threat gives Clark more room to operate. It's like they've been playing together for years, not months. So when DeWanna Bonner says the Sun can't rely on experience, she's not just talking about Clark. She's talking about a Fever team that's found its identity at the perfect time. They're young, they're hungry, and they've got nothing to lose. That's a dangerous combination in the playoffs. The Sun are shaking, but here's the kicker. Veteran teams don't just crumble under pressure. They've got a few tricks up their sleeve that could turn this series on its head. Want to know how they plan to stop the unstoppable Caitlin Clark? Let's talk about turning fear into fire. The Sun might be nervous, but that doesn't mean they're out of the game. In fact, it could be exactly what lights them up. Think about it. When you're scared, your heart races, your senses sharpen. You're on high alert. Now imagine channeling all that energy into your game. That's what the Sun could do. DeWanna Bonner isn't just any player. She's a leader, a veteran who's been through the playoff ringer. You think she's going to let a little fear stop her team? No way. Bonner's probably in the locker room right now, turning that nervous energy into determination. She's the kind of player who can rally the troops, get everyone focused on the game plan instead of their jitters. Speaking of game plans, you know the Sun aren't going into this blind. They've been studying film, looking for any weakness they can exploit. And here's the thing, they're not just focusing on Caitlin Clark. They know the Fever are more than just one player. So they're cooking up strategies to contain both Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. It's like trying to plug two leaks at once, but if anyone can do it, it's the Sun. But here's what's really wild about this matchup. It's not just about talent. It's not even just about strategy. This game is going to come down to mental toughness. Who can keep their cool when the pressure's on? Who can make those clutch shots in the fourth quarter? That's where the Sun's experience could really shine. You've got to remember the Sun have been here before. They know what playoff basketball feels like. They've felt the pressure, they've played through the nerves, and every time they've come out stronger. So while the Fever might have the flashy new talent, the Sun have something you can't teach. Battle-tested nerves of steel. Imagine this. It's the fourth quarter, game's tied. Clark's been lighting it up all night. But then Bonner steps up. She's been here before. She knows how to make the big plays when it counts. That's the moment when all that playoff experience pays off. So yeah, the Sun might be nervous, but don't count them out. They're not just bringing talent to this game. They're bringing years of hard-won experience. And in the pressure cooker of the playoffs, that could be the difference between winning and going home. All right, it's all coming down to this. The Sun are nervous, Clark's ready to make her mark, and the Fever are hungrier than ever. But don't count out those veteran Sun players just yet. They've been here before, and they know how to turn fear into fire. This game isn't just about talent. It's experience versus hunger. Veterans savvy against rookie energy. The Sun have the playoff know-how, but the Fever, they've got nothing to lose and everything to prove. Bonner said it best. I don't think we can rely on experience, though, because they are hungry. That's what makes this matchup so exciting. Will the Sun's playoff experience be enough to cool down the red-hot Fever? Or will Clark and her team's hunger for victory be too much to handle? Sunday at 3 p.m. We'll see if the Sun's fear was justified, or if it was the spark they needed to shine.